bad guy.
It's fine. No one in here at the moment. Hold on.
Stay where you are.
Stay where you are.
Show me
Stay where you are. Show your hands. Yeah.
Jenny.
Yep.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Cool. The time is 12:12. You're under arrest on suspicion of murder against Jonathan McCulloch and Lars McCulloch. Alright, your arrest is necessary for a prompt and effective.
Is there anything in the pocket we should know about?
Yes, there
Where?
is. Can I take you to it?
No, you can tell me.
My dad's body's in there.
Right, okay.
Yep, okay. Obviously I'll
Where about
say,
your mum?
A little bit more complicated.
Okay. Where we find your mum?
Okay, so upstairs there are about 5 wardrobes.
Yep.
It's behind the bed at the back next to the sink. That's the second one. I did know that this would kind of come eventually, and it's proper that I serve my punishment. So, yeah. Cheer up, at least you caught the bad guy. So, murder weapon is upstairs in the toilet room. Kitchen knife. There's a hammer. I know, but I'm trying to help so you find everything. It's in the middle underneath the stairs. It will still have blood on it. It's rusted, but it will still have blood traces on it.
What in the Cluedo is this?
So this
In
is
the hammer, in the bedroom.
yeah.
Wow.
Do you notice how calm she was?
She has no remorse. Yeah, she don't care.
Murdered her parents and calmly told the police where she stashed her mum and where her dad's body is. Do you know how mad that is? How
Yeah.
she didn't even react.
It seems like it's happened not a fair bit ago, but days have gone by. If she's like, yeah, it's rusted and
Days?
things like that.
She was in the house for 4 years with their bodies. Their bodies were decomposing. She not only did that, she made phone calls pretending to be her mum and spent £150,000 of their money pretending to be on a cruise.
And it's scary because it's like you could walk past someone like her on the street and you wouldn't think that. You
She
wouldn't
looks-
think she's living in the house with 2 dead bodies.
She looks like somebody I know. I looked at her face and I was like, what
She
the
just
hell?
seemed so normal.
So the remains of Lois and John, aged 71 and 70, were found in sleeping bags at their house in Great Baddow, Essex,
Does
Virginia.
not smell.
It must have stunk real bad. She admitted to fatally poisoning her father and placing him in a homemade mausoleum.
Oh my god. I hate Earth.
So she stashed him like he's a fucking ornament. Oh, some people are so fucked up. It's actually, and she looked at the camera like, I'm just trying to help you guys.
Yeah. I'm just telling you all this information to make it easier for you.
So cheer up, at least you've caught the bad guy. What a psychotic bitch. She will serve a minimum of term of 36 years. She should just be put away for
Before
life.
being considered for release.
She probably won't.
Do we know how old she is? Sorry to cut you.
She's 36, so she'll actually come out.
I say throw away the key.
Yeah. No, this is where comes in.
Yeah.
Somebody like this.
mhm,
You make an example of them. Considered
She's done
for
that
release.
for money. She has done that for money.
I would start looking for other bodies. With the way she reacted, find out if she's got a brother or a sister.
So do we know how they then found out that this was the case?
She confessed to police how she created a cocktail of drugs to poison her parents on the 17th of June 2019, days after her using her father as a guinea pig to test the concoction. Jesus Christ. She poisoned her father with prescription medication that she crushed and put into his alcoholic drinks. The effects were fatal for her dad, but her mum was given a weaker dose and was merely sedated. So she could...
So she done that and then used a hammer and a knife to further...
She beat her mother with a hammer and stabbed her multiple times in the chest with a kitchen knife as she listened to the radio in bed the following morning. This is literally a horror film. She had decided to murder her mother out of fear she might find out what happened to her dad. The court heard how her dad's body had been stashed away in a homemade mausoleum of masonry blocks in his study. When I was hearing her, it was like someone badly playing the xylophone. It was willy-nilly. This bitch is insane.
Wow. Imagine being the person that's talking to her on the phone, like pretending to be her mum without realising.
Court heard she benefited £149,000 as a result of murdering her parents combined from their pension and spending on their credit cards as well as selling assets. Yeah, she wanted their money. That seems to be the only
That's
motivation.
so messed up.
And you're considering to let her out. You're gonna let this insane woman walk the streets in what, 36 years? I know it says considering, more than likely they're gonna throw away the key.
I know, but why do they even give time frames on these sentences like that? When they should just say like life in prison, and life means until you die.
Yeah, no, she should be, in my opinion. She
No,
should
but you know what? I think let her suffer in prison. Why put her out of her misery? Let her suffer.
No, because the thing is, prisons they cost money to run. Why this person does not deserve to breathe the same air as me? She doesn't deserve to breathe the same air as anyone. Prisons take money to run, right? We're already overrun, right? We're so overrun with prisons. They're letting people out now. Did you know that? Our prisons are so full. They're letting people out. So it's a bit like, well, if they're that full and she's admitted it, she admitted it. It's not like you have to investigate, make sure, find out she's not guilty or innocent. She told you. You don't have to waste money on bullets. You ain't got to waste money on that injection. Get a nurse and teach her a lesson. And so people don't do this. You kill your parents and you look into the camera going, at least you found the bad guy. What else do we need?
I knew this day would come, so yeah.
So fuck it.
I accept it. Let's do it.
Imagine being her cellmate buddy, having to bunk with this psycho. Because you know, sometimes you can...
I would not sleep.
I wouldn't sleep. She was deadpan.
Yeah.
And she lived in the house with decomposing bodies, right? You don't shower for a week and you stink. Imagine 4 years of dead body.
Do you think that's how they found it? Like the smell was just lingering out of the house?
Probably, and probably family members being like, we ain't heard nothing from these guys in ages. When someone passes away and you leave their body there, they shit themselves, right?
Yeah.
Now, this bitch is so crazy, I'd be willing to bet she didn't clean anything up. And there was just shit and whatever else leaks out of your body when you die.
Well, you saw the state of the house.
Yeah.
That's how she was living.
There's a horror show in there. I don't say throw away the key, I say capital punishment or something like that.
I say we're just living in a world full of psychopaths.
I would go one step further. I would broadcast it on live TV. And I would say to the British public, if you do things like this will be your fate. And then let everybody watch what's about to happen. Now, it might sound harsh and it might sound crazy, but there are a lot of people out there that do a lot of sick things and they think they can get away with it. Maybe if they see somebody else going through it, maybe they'll think twice. But you know what? Someone for that might not even be enough punishment. Because I'm not a fan of letting them rot in jail, but I am a fan of teaching them a lesson before they leave this planet.
Yeah.
So you might have to do something even more severe on TV. I'm not going to say for the purposes of not getting the video taken down, but you can imagine there's loads of medieval punishments for people like this. And I'm all for that if somebody outright admits that they killed their parents for money. I'm not for it.
As well.
Yeah, I'm not for it if you need to do an investigation and we're not sure, we might have got the wrong person, then throw away the key. We don't know exactly. But if you've got conclusive evidence and they've done something heinous like this, I'm not talking about minor offences like drugs or whatever it might be. If you do something like that, I think that you deserve the worst fate.
I'm not sleeping tonight.
Essex, it's not even that far from London. We might have driven past this psycho's house.
Honestly, if I walked past her on the street, I would not look at her and think. And situations like this always make me think, like, whenever I'm walking past people in the streets or talking to people, whatever, you just do not know. You do not know what they did that morning. You do not know what they're living like. You do not know anything. You do not know their state of mind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in my lifetime I've walked past loads of people that have done some really bad things and haven't been caught.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone does bad things in their life, right? Everyone's got skeletons, but some people are sadistic.
I just always think back to Phone Booth. I think I spoke about this on the channel. Have you seen Phone Booth, the movie?
When the guy calls and he's like,
Yeah.
hey, I've got a sniper on you.
Yeah.
That film's so sick.
Yeah. And then this whole... Fast forward the video now if you haven't seen Phone Booth and you want to watch it. But it is an old film, so everyone should have seen it already. But basically, the whole street gets shut off and everyone's there for hours because of this situation. He gets shot at the end, and then at the end everyone's walking around and the guy who was behind that whole commercial is just walking past everyone, and they would never know it was him that just did that whole thing that whole time.
Yeah. You never know how many cycles you walk past.
No.
You never know who's going to be the next person to do the next terrible thing down the road from you.
Also, it shows that you can't judge a book by its cover, because you walk past someone like her and feel safe, think she ain't gonna do nothing to me, but really she's a psychopath that will actually just kill you with a hammer and a knife and just leave you rotting in her house. But everyone gets scared of the wrong people, I think.
Luckily for me, I judge everyone, so.
Maybe I got I'm a bad judge of character, because I would have never have looked at her and gone, yeah, she's a murderer and living with 2 corpses in her house.
I mean, she doesn't fit the typical description of a murderer.
Or a psychopath.
I just assume if I don't know you, you're unhinged and you can't come to my house.
Yeah, you can't trust anyone, but that's what's scary, like, meeting new people, is you don't know who you could be lying in bed next to as well. When you think of people who come out down the line that they're like nonces or whatever, that could be your husband of 10 years and then you get a phone call saying he's trying to meet up with a 14-year-old girl. You don't know people. I don't know you. I don't know you.
What do you mean?
You could be anything. I don't know you. Just because I've known you for years doesn't mean I know you.
You're sitting in a dark room with me and you don't know me.
I know.
That's real smart.
I know.